So today I am going to be making some brownies, and the whole idea of this is to use any leftover Halloween sweets you have. So always in our house these are left. The fudge bars, I don't think people really like them, but that's fine. So we're going to make some brownies. So just to show you what we have, get all your stuff ready first. So I've got an oil pan here and just put some greaseproof parchment on it. In here then you have our chocolate and butter that we're going to heat. So it is 125 grams of chocolate. I've got milk and dark chocolate. There is 225 grams of cubed butter. Then in another separate bowl is 175 grams of plain flour and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. In this bowl then is our caster sugar. So there's quite a lot of sugar in this, but hey, it's brownies. There is 320 grams of caster sugar. And then to that I'm going to be adding the 4 eggs. Then there's also some vanilla extract and some walnuts, just for a bit of health. Anything else you need then, just make sure you have a good whisk and a nice good spatula as well. So we're going to start and we're going to heat up this loveliness, and in the meantime we're going to make what's called a sabayon with the sugar and the eggs. So just to make sure that it's a gentle heat with your chocolate and your butter, because you don't want the chocolate to catch and burn, because it'll just make it all bitter. So very low heat and just continue to stir. At this stage as well, you can preheat your oven, and your oven is going to be at 160 degrees Celsius. If you keep a towel under it, it stops it from sliding everywhere. Top tip. So now our chocolate is nice and melted in with our butter. I've just taken it off the heat just to let the heat of the pot will finish melting the rest, because you don't want it to burn. So you see it has a nice kind of gloss on it. And also we have to allow this to cool for a bit before we add it to our sabayon. So this is our sabayon here, we're still working on it. So what you want it to do is kind of change colour. You're also trying to dissolve the sugar slightly, and it just makes it nice and voluminous. So we'll keep doing that for a while, and when the chocolate is cooled, we'll be adding that, and we'll be adding the flour, our vanilla, our chopped walnuts, and then I'm going to chop up the fudge pieces that we have left over from Halloween as well. So this is our brownie mix now. So what we've done to get to this point is we first melted our chocolate and our butter together over low heat. We then whisked together our sugar and our eggs to make a sabayon. We allowed the chocolate to cool and then finished our sabayon. Then we added the vanilla essence. Then the flour and the baking powder I had sifted together previously. So what I did was alternate a bit of the chocolate and butter that had cooled, then some flour, then some more chocolate, then some more flour, until they'd all been used. So the last thing we have to put in here now is our chopped nuts and those fudge pieces that we had left over. So I'm going to pop them in and then just fold them in. And then we're going to be ready to pour it into our baking tray that we've prepared here earlier. And then we're going to bake them at 160 degrees in a preheated oven for 40 to 50 minutes. Now that of course depends on how gooey you want them. So you could check them after 40 minutes and just give them a press, see how they're doing. So when we come back, they'll be done. So our brownies are out. So I'm very impatient. I've already cut one, which you can see here. So you can see there's some nuts in there and some nice fudgy bits as well. It's got a nice crust and shine on the top. So I'm just gonna show you kind of a fun way just to plate it up. Because we have so much chocolate in here, I just want to try and keep the balance nice. So I have some natural yogurt, and that I've just sweetened slightly with some vanilla. I'm just going to make a quenelle out of that. So to do a quenelle, we're just getting 1 spoon, using the other, making a nice shape. Going to dollop that on top, and it's going to kind of melt slightly, which is great. Then I have some almonds that I've just toasted lightly, and so just going to sprinkle them over. Obviously, if you had some chocolate sauce, you could drizzle that around too, but I think that's enough. So there we have our brownie using our leftover chocolates. You can put whatever you want in them, obviously. Thank you for watching, and join us again for next time.